I just felt it. Okay, so the fun part about songwriting, and I'm just going to warn you now because I have a whole nice long break where I'm going to be over at the table near my dear friend Larry Stevenson, and we do have a lot of competition going on. So here's the deal. I have a really cool cookbook over there. It's called Cooking with Grass, and no, it's not that kind of grass. But Becky Cantrell, Kyle Cantrell's wife, put this cookbook together, and what she did was she put a bunch of bluegrass artist recipes in there, and she put our pictures in there. So I'm on page 27. Poor Larry Stevenson is not on a page until you get to about 72 or 3. So what I'm asking y'all to do, please buy them from my table, because Larry doesn't need the money as bad as I do. He's got a bus. I have a 2006 white van, so I'm just going to let y'all figure that out. But it's filled with wonderful recipes. You guys are going to love it. It's a fun autograph book, actually. People are bringing them around to all the festivals and having everybody sign them, so it's kind of a fun thing to do. And, oh yeah, I've got 2 books over there. One that Larry Stevenson is not selling on his table, but I'll put a few on his table just in case you'd rather buy them off of his table. There's something that I wrote about songwriting, so if you need a little heads up on how to put a song together, I sort of put it in a book for you. But right now, what I'm going to do is sing you a song, and this was the initial warning. I was going to warn you about what you come over and tell me at my table, because occasionally I do borrow your stories, and occasionally they do make it onto one of my albums. So if it's a well-kept secret, I'm not good at secrets. This one happens to be about my brother, who attracts, I call him lower management. He wants to be in love so bad, but he sort of attracts women that want to take care of him. So what happens is they want to be anything my brother is. And I got to thinking about it, and I put it into a song, and it's on the new album. I hope you like it. It's called Don't We Sound Like We're Made for Each Other.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You like bluegrass music, you know it's amusing, so why you spend time at the Starbucks? Well, that's just on love, 'cause I drink them dry. You love half-runner green beans, well, here's a strange thing, I love them too. You can't stomach small talk, well, I hold that same thought, just like you. Don't it sound like we were made for each other? You think your work is boring, well, it leaves me snoring. And you need plenty of daylight, and I dread dark night, that's a fact. You say in a month of Sundays I use that old phrase all the time. And you add sweetener to sweet tea, well, that don't surprise me, so do I. Don't it sound like we were made for each other? You make cat-head biscuits, I make them lean, some milk gravy. We both like skillet cornbread, ain't that just crazy? Right now, I'm going to introduce these good fellas to you, so you'll know who you're applauding for. They're awful good to me. We have a brand new player in the band, and this is his first festival ever. He shared that with us. He hasn't played a big festival, so this is his maiden voyage out here. How about a nice round of applause on the mandolin for sweet little Mason Nolan? Yeah, we're going to start calling him Smiley. Ivory, that's right, Ivory. Okay. All right, the guy back here talking is no stranger to bluegrass. He is a fine bass player, he's a fine singer, and he's going to do a little rendering for you in just a minute on that. I like now that you told me they call you the Dish, because he really is a dish. How about a nice round of applause on the upright bass for Tim the Dish Dishman? Standing over here and being my great supporter for many, many years. I love songwriting with this fella, and I love his singing, and I actually really enjoy being his wife. How about a nice round of applause for my honey, Rick Stanley? And a dear friend of ours who has now survived, how many years, Papa? 9 years of being a poor mountain boy. And it really hasn't paid any more than when you first started, so there's something exciting there. I didn't choose that name randomly. I want them to know where the bar is set, and it's low. How about a nice round of applause for our good friend, Greg Papa Davis. And his sweet wife, Valerie Mama Davis, is over there. She's our pretty merch girl today. She hates being called Mama, so I just call her Mama. But she's doing a fine job. And Papa's going to render you one now. Are you going to do the one you're changing it to? You want me to tell a little bit of the story? So Ted Lehman, wherever Ted is, told us this story a few years back when we were in Flagler Beach. But today is the anniversary. It's not really one that I'm sure the Hardy family want to celebrate, but this is the day that John Hardy swung from a rope. So he was a big old bad cowboy, and he did a bunch of bad things. So they caught him in 1894, thank you, honey. And they caught him and they put him in jail, and they told him he was going to die. They sentenced him to death. So what John Hardy did was he sat in his jail cell and he wrote a song. So when he gets up there on the scaffold, they said, "Do you have any last words?" And he said, "No, but I wrote a song I'd like to sing before you do that." And he just didn't tell them it had 80 verses. So he wasn't a dumb guy. We're not going to do all 80 verses today. Papa is going to do a few for you.
Now, Johnny, I'd rather see you dead. Johnny, I'd rather see you dead. Well, he fled from the travel from the east to the west, from the north to the south and